Good morning, guys. Welcome to uh, uh, the 11th of May. This is me trying to create a plan, system or a plan to use to trade volatility 75. Firstly, I have to identify the direction on my trend lines, identify directions by using trend lines. Okay, as you can see here, we are in this, we've just touched this area of support. We had one turn here, we had another bounce here, and we just made the third touch here, which is slightly breaking through. But on the flip side, when you draw a counter trend line starting from the top all the way down, it also indicates that we are still in a downtrend. On the daily, we are still in the downtrend, so we'll go to 4 hours to try to refine the counter trend. Okay, this is on the 4 hours. We have a touch here, another touch here, another touch here, another touch here, another touch here. So it's a sign that we are in a very strong downtrend. So what to do now is to try to get a smaller counter trend line on the 1 hour, and if that counter trend line breaks, then we can start buying the market, because at the moment it's still pushing downward. So our counter trend line is here, and it indicates that we are still down. So if the market comes up and creates something of this nature, bounces off here and breaks and retests this zone here, this mini counter trend, then we can take it for a buy, especially once it breaks the 4 hour counter trend line. That's what I'm going to look for. But in the meantime, after identifying that we are in the downtrend, all we have to do is try to practice a little bit of patience. The second thing I'm going to do is I have a couple of programs or systems that indicate support and resistance zones. So on this chart here, the idea is just to use this chart to identify the trend, and then open up another chart, another V75, and insert my trading system, which includes this includes a dark point, which indicates when which will give me buy and sell signal. This Bureauresco pattern always shows me the engulfing candles, and that, as it says, it's a support and resistance indicator. So now, going back to the this, it still indicates that we are still in the downtrend, because we just verified this resistance right here. So there was a resistance level here, of which we broke and tested. So we have a verified resistance. So currently we are still in a downtrend. In fact, let me just go in and remove the dark point, because at the moment my chart looks, yeah, that's a cleaner chart right there. If we go back to the 4 hours, so you can see we've had multiple levels of resistance that were created and verified to be stronger resistance areas, so indicative of a downtrend. Because if we're in an uptrend, we could have multiple support areas where we could look for buys, but currently one has to be looking for sells until the trend line is broken, and then multiple tests of support areas is created, then we look for buys. So currently it's a downtrend. So let me see if I go to a higher time, to the daily. Okay, on the daily I see there is a support area, a support area with an engulfing candle that correlates with the trend line that I had here. So there is a huge possibility that we'll come and retest this support area right here. Once the support area is tested and the status changes to verified, then that indicates that we are going to be in a massive buy move. So, but for now we're not sure, so we'll have to wait until we have a signal that indicates either we continue with a bearish move, or we will have a new change of direction after this support zone is tested. So there is liquidity down here, so there's a possibility that it might break the trend line to grab liquidity within this support area and push back. So in the meantime we wait. So that is my trading plan or trading system. It's a combination of one, identifying the direction of the market, starting off from the daily, identifying the overall main direction, which we are in an uptrend, but the counter trend, in the meantime, the counter trend is suggestive of downward movement, drawing up that counter trend line, going back on the 4 hours, looking at how strong the counter trend has been and the multiple number of touches the counter trend has had, and then currently trying to look to either join the move by drawing another counter trend on that will be stronger on a 1 hour if we are to go up and touch this zone, this trend line here. There's a possibility that we might push down, but if it touches the trend line and breaks, then we will be looking for buys all the way to the top. But in the meantime, we are still in a selling market. So, and then moving back to the indicators or systems, on a daily we are in this massive buy uptrend, engulfing candle, bullish engulfing candles, with untested support zones here, going on lower time frame, it supports the theory of us being in a downtrend with these multiple bearish engulfing candles on and around verified, retested resistance levels. That also is the same thing on the lower time frame. Verified resistance there, another verified resistance up there, a little bit of untested resistance zone, just untested resistance levels indicative of a strong downward push. So sorry for that. So for now, we wait and see what the market is going to give us. Will it come down and retest that support zone right there, or will it break through and continue with its downwards movement? So for now, on V75, we wait for bullish confirmations to take the market long. Well, that's my system and program. Thank you very much.